All right, everybody. We have Miss Ashley here from Evolve. She's one of our athletes, and she's crushing it, by the way, which I'll let her, talk about. But yeah, Ashley, go ahead and introduce yourself a little bit, and we'll go from there.
Hi, I'm Ashley. I started Evolve just about a year ago. I'm
Wow, it's great here.
yeah, time flies. I'm really enjoying it. I feel great. I'm so glad I decided to jump in and do it. Um, but yeah, no, and Ian's my coach. He's great.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah,
Yeah,
it's been really good.
good. So, like, what do you do like for work? Like, kind of give me a little bit of background of your situation.
So I'm an assistant director of finance at our local hospital.
Okay.
I was just promoted to that position last month. I was the
Oh,
accountant
cool.
for 5 years. Um, so I do that. I'm married. I don't have any kids, but I do have a dog. She's 13.
Oh, wow.
She's a pit bull. She's my baby. Um, so yeah, I just like hang out with my husband, hang out with my dog. We do a lot of home projects and stuff like that.
Very cool. Very
Yeah.
cool. Well, so what made you, going back to a year ago, like what made you want to, one, get coaching and two, like why evolve?
So I have always been very athletically built, but I've always been on the heavier side. And last year I was up to my heaviest weight. I did
Mm,
not feel good. I was tired all the time. I was sluggish. I was having some digestive issues. And I just decided that it was time to do something. I had always been really big into like training, and being in the gym, and I don't really know what kind of stopped me from doing that. I think I was just tired from work and I just kind of got into
right.
like a lazy routine. Um, I don't know, I was on Facebook one day and I clicked on it was like a sponsored ad or something, and it was like count your calories, like what should you be eating. And I did it, and then you had reached out and messaged me and was like, I'm not a bot, like, this is
Yeah.
legitimate. And then I had an initial call, I think it was Annie, um and then somebody else, and they kind of like gave me the breakdown of everything that was going to happen. And I was like, okay, let me try the 4 month one, see how it goes. And I'm glad I did. It was just
Oh,
from the
yay.
start, it was like, I don't know, it was just different. It was nice to have the structure of like what
Okay.
I should be eating, like my training program and stuff like that was very helpful to have like, A, B, and C. This is what I should be doing.
Right. That's so important because you want to be guided and like given the structure. So definitely can feel that. So very cool. So yes, you've been crushing it. So please tell us all the successes you've had because Ian brags about you all the time.
Oh, that's so nice. Um, so I'm down about 35 pounds.
Wow.
I don't know how many inches or anything, but just looking, like I look at my beginning pictures and I'm like, how did I ever like it kind of that grosses me out, but I'm like, how did I ever look like that? Like,
Yeah.
um,
Mhm.
so I've lost 35 pounds. I still have, I think, 20 more to go. Um, but it's just been really helpful with like I'm getting back into the gym, I'm starting lifting heavier. Um, and like now I kind of know like more what to eat. Like obviously I'm weighing my food out and I'm tracking
Right.
everything. But like now I can look at something and be like, oh, I think that's about an ounce of cheese, or like that's about 4 ounces of chicken. Like, so it's just
Right.
helped me like look at my food and say, okay, this is kind of what I should be eating. This is what I shouldn't be eating. And, I look at nutrition labels now and just some
Yeah.
of the things that I was eating. I was like, oh my God, it has, I didn't know how I got up to as high of a weight as I did, but looking at the nutrition labels and like the things I was eating, I know how I got up to like, that high of a weight. Um, so yeah,
Yeah.
it's been a good transition from, and it's been like a slow progression. Like, I didn't lose the weight overnight, like, but I'm keeping it off. So I know it's a good program and it's legitimate, and like
Yeah.
it takes a long time, but you're gonna see results, and like
Yeah.
you're gonna stay like with the weight off.
Yeah, that's huge. I mean, honestly, like anyone can help somebody lose weight quickly. It's not hard. I mean,
No.
it's really not hard. But the hard part is to doing it safely and making sure your metabolism is healthy, making sure you're healthy internally. And that's really cool to hear, all the successes that you've had. That's just like so wild. And awareness is really everything when it comes to our nutrition. There's my dog.
Oh,
And so yeah. So, okay, let me ask you this. What would you say to somebody who might be nervous or scared to like invest into themselves?
um, I would understand because I initially was you know, for what you get, it's a very good deal, but just the initial thought, like, oh, do I have these extra funds? Can I do this? And I kind of thought about it in the long term, like if I don't change my ways, like I'm gonna be spending this money on medical bills, like something is gonna go wrong. And so you might want to spend the money up front to make yourself healthier. So in the long run, like you can get healthier, you're not going to go into the doctor because twisted your ankle because you weigh too much to walk, like just stuff like
Yeah.
that. So yeah.
Yeah. Take it from the accountant at a hospital. Yeah. Like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? That's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that it definitely is an initial fear. I'm the same way when I've invested into mentors myself, and it's always the initial like, oof, all right, am I doing this? Like, am I really doing this? But I always like to say, like, what's the alternative? Like, what if we don't? And where would we be?
Right.
It sounds like that's kind of your logic as well. Like, well, what if I don't do this? Like, what
Right.
happens then? Yeah.
Right.
Well, cool. Ashley, I always say like you never know who you're going to inspire. So thank you so much for coming on here. You absolutely crushed it. I know Ian is like he always brags about you all the time. And so yeah, I'm so like happy for you and proud of
Thank
you.
you. Thank you. I'm so glad you like reached out and messaged me that
Yeah,
initial message because I would
I'm
not be here if that didn't happen.
wild, right? The universe is cool like that. So
Yeah.
yeah. All right, Ashley. Well, thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day, okay?
You too. Thank you.